Welcome back. It is Sunday, May 7th in the MLB. Our favorite picks are on the way. I'm Austin, and today we have a special guest. Not only, let's give him the proper introduction that he deserves. Standing at 6'5", 245 pounds, returning from vacation. Ladies, he's off the market. He's now a newly engaged man. I think you know who it is. It's Logan. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for the spicy intro there. No, as Austin mentioned, it was a really good vacation for us out in Sedona. A boy is becoming a man. I got engaged to my now fiance, and I'm just really lucky she said yes, because she's definitely out of my league. And you know what? I gotta keep the winning picks coming for her, because she's like, you know what? I didn't say yes for you to toss out some bad info on the video with Austin. So I'm just really happy. It's good to be back, and I'm happy to be doing this again with you, bud.
Hey, man, you need to give out some winning picks to pay for that ring. All right, let's recap yesterday, though. While you were gone, I think I manned down the fort decently. I think I went 7-5 over the days. And yesterday, we just had fun watching baseball. A complete 1-in-1 day. It was, you can't do anything about that. Losing no money. Whatever. Guardians money line was plus 100. Lost the Cubs Marlins over pick. But either way, it was a solid day. But today, Logan, I'm happy you're back. The dynamic duo is back to return, and it's only right you kick it off. So what you got for the people on this fine Sunday morning, evening, afternoon?
Yeah, I'm going to a run line in this one. And get your bets early, because this is an earlier start time East Coast, because that's how Sundays work in baseball. But I'm going to the Cardinals game, and I'm taking them on the run line, -1.5. Currently plus 104 odds on Barstool's your best value in this one. Now, look, this one's a nasty pick, right? What do I mean by that? Well, the Cardinals are in turmoil, right? Everyone's chanting, fire Ollie Marmol, their manager. So easy to back Detroit on paper, right? There's some wine reading on this one, right? I have to look, and I told Austin yesterday, I was like, this one just doesn't look right. The Cardinals have lost 8 straight games, 2 straight to Detroit, and they're -200 favorites with Steven Matz on the mound. That's just some bait to take the Tigers if I've ever seen it, because you know what? These books are not afraid to juice run lines at all, right? If they're very confident a team that's bad is going to stay bad, this would be like plus 130, plus 140 value on the run line. Cardinals might be in a pick 'em, especially with Steven Matz, because look at his numbers, guys, right? Steven Matz, 6.39 ERA, 1.71 whip. Those are nasty numbers. Not normally a pitcher I'd back, but this is just such a sucker spot to back the Tigers, because the Tigers have been better against left-handed pitchers of late, but they're still 17th in batting average and 19th in OPS versus lefties. And we also have to remember this Detroit offense, 27th in strikeouts. Matz does have strikeout potential against this lineup today. Look, if he's not walking batters, Steven Matz is a guy that can get 6-7 Ks. I mean, look at his K prop today, right? The books are obviously setting that line, expecting at least 6 strikeouts, and I think he can get that today. We don't touch K props here, or I don't, but I definitely think Steven Matz is in line for some good, strikeouts, some swing and miss. We've seen this Tigers, Javi Baez, even some of the younger hitters through that Tigers lineup just sometimes not be able to lay off uncompetitive pitches. I think Steven Matz puts up a solid showing today. Look, he's a nasty pitcher to back, but you know what? You don't make money in baseball, just staying completely away from guys like that. You eventually have to back them. And now, who's starting for the Tigers today? It's Alex Faedo, right? Faedo starts he makes his season debut, and I'd be very surprised if the Cardinals don't do damage against him today, because if you look at his 2022 numbers, which is all we've got to go off of, 5.53 ERA, 1.64 whip, so arguably just as bad, honestly, as Steven Matz's numbers this year. And at home, this Cardinals offense, 5th in batting average, 8th in OPS. Look, there's been all sorts of turmoil, all sorts of inconsistencies with this Cardinals offense, but I expect them to be able to do damage against Faedo. If you look at his game log last year, he had a lot of games with like 4 walks. In a new pitch clock era, making your first start on the road, I just think this is a really bad spot for him. And the offense can do enough damage against him to give Matz the run support needed to cover the run line. There's not a huge bullpen, decisive advantage in this one. And I think the Cardinals will sort of run away with this one. They just have to, right? If I'm wrong on this one, then I'll just tip my cap to the game and say, well, the Redbirds are just going down the toilet, because it's now or never, guys. I expect this to be a good spot for them today. Now, I do want to mention, before we go to Austin's pick, a strong lean I had, because I almost came on here and made 2 picks today, but the other strong lean was White Sox money line. And the reason I'm not doing that one is just because I'm already backing a nasty team in the Cardinals, how bad they've been. I don't want to back multiple nasty teams. And wait till you see Austin's pick. It does get pretty nasty. But this line doesn't look right? With Ashcraft as only minus 120 home favorites and his 2 ERA. I think Ashcraft gets hit around today. If you want to back the White Sox in any form or fashion today, I respect that. It was almost my second pick. But Austin, nasty pick coming our way. What do you got for us today?
You asked for a nasty pick, and boy, do I have one for you. Now, I'd argue yours is nastier than me. You're backing a team that's like 10-24. My team's actually 19-15, tied with the same record as the team that they're going up against. I'm taking the Angels on the money line, minus 120 on DraftKings. Now, usually you won't see me come on here and give you minus 120 home favorite. However, everyone and their mother is going to be on the Rangers today, and rightfully so. When you look at the Rangers, they won 10-1 yesterday, and they're coming in here, and you look at just ERAs, you'd see, well, the Rangers guy has like a 2.8 ERA. The Angels guy has like a 7.9. Easy Rangers. And they're giving me plus money. Yeah, I'll take the Rangers. No, I don't think it's that easy. I think the Angels got a chance here, and I'm going to talk about why. Now, like I talked about, they got Martin Perez starting for the Rangers, that is, and I just don't know if he's definitely not a sub 3 ERA kind of guy. I mean, you're looking at he has an expected ERA at 4.26. Some regressions coming his way. I mean, the Angels have seen him a lot. 126 plate appearances versus Perez with a 283 batting average, a 310 expected batting average. There's no question about it. Perez is going to walk some guys. He's going to get some guys in scoring position. It all comes down to, will the Angels knock him in? We know they have talented guys, and sometimes, I do want to get the back into more player props, because I know you guys asked me for those props in the MLB. I obviously had to do some more game picks while Logan was out, and I don't really want to do props on Sunday because some guys rest in the lineups every Sunday. But I just look at a team in the Angels. They're going to have the spot to hit against Perez. It's just whether or not the Angels can come in and bring their bats to play today. They obviously left the bats at home on Saturday. I think they only had 3 guys in scoring position all game long, getting shut out, lost 10-1. I mean, you're not going to have a lot of hits in that game, but Angels are a good team at bouncing back, 9-5 straight up. So they haven't really lost 2 straight games a lot this year. And like I said, 10-1 yesterday. Rangers 8 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Like, if that doesn't scream regression, 8 for 12, you can't hit that every single day. So I think some regression is going to come against Jose Suarez, the lefty who's starting for the Angels. Now, Suarez has had some bad starts in there. Had a start where he gave up 5 home runs. Like, if he gives up 5 home runs, well, we're not going to win Angels money line most likely, but he looked better in his most recent start. 5 innings pitched, only 2 hits allowed, 0 earned runs. Can he keep that momentum coming into this showing? I certainly think so. The Rangers have seen him a good amount, 55 plate appearances, a 204 batting average, 252 expected. Look, I'm not going to come in here and say Suarez is going to come out here and pitch a complete game. He's going to shut him out. No, far from that. 7.89 ERA, but he does have an expected ERA at 6.18, so they're expecting some regression coming his way. He's going to put base runners on there. I'm not going to say, hey, sorry, Rangers, you got no shot today. They're going to have base opportunities, but given that they went 8 for 12 yesterday with runners in scoring position, I always talk about some of that's going to even out today. Maybe they can't get those runs in. Suarez is certainly capable of getting it done. So I know it's yucky. It's the Angels on the money line. I faded the Rangers once while Logan was on break, and hey, the Diamondbacks clutched up. Can the Angels do the same thing for me? I certainly think they are. If you went to the bullpen, you'd see the Angels have a slight bullpen advantage, but it's not like something where the Rangers have a terrible bullpen and the Angels have a great one. That's not really how it works. So they're pretty even on paper. So give me the Angels on the money line. I know it's yucky, but I'm going to take it. But Logan, I believe you know what time it is, and I know you've been waiting for this. But yeah, get out the flags. We're flying, baby. We're cashing out today. Yesterday, I couldn't do a Nerfy because it just didn't feel right without you. But today, we are cashing out one. And we could talk about a Juiced Marlins Nerfy with our boy Sandy on the mound. We couldn't do it. We always say Juiced Nerfies. We say yeah. But today, we're going to a pretty solid one. Going to Sunday Night Baseball. We're relying on a slow start in this one. Dodgers and Padres on the no-run first inning, minus 105 on Bet365. Now, this one, I imagine some people will be on the over. Yesterday, they had no runs scored in the first inning. And the game before that, they scored runs in the first inning. So we're looking at who's on the mound for the Padres. It's going to be Joe Musgrove starting us out. And if you were to just do a little bit of line reading, Logan can touch on this in a second. It looks like so easy to hammer Dodgers on the money line with Musgrove's like 10 ERA. But hey, he's been pretty good on the no-run first innings, 23-5 last year, 1-1 this year. He did just come off his Mexico City start and got a Nerfy in that game. So if he can do it there, he can do it anywhere. And the Dodgers are third and first inning runs. They're an annoying offense. But I do think that Musgrove can come out here, get us those first 3 outs. Who's on the other side, Logan?
Yeah, we've got Julio Urias, and Urias is starting for the Dodgers today. He was so good for Nerfy Nation last year. Look, 22-7 last year. This year, not so much. 4-3 on Nerfies this season, but I expect him to finally be able to get, into shape. Look, that Padres offense has some names at the top half of the order, but I definitely think it's going to take a few plate appearances for them to actually be able to get to Urias. Padres 11th and first inning runs. So, we know they have the names up there. And you know what? In Sunday Night Baseball, these are slower starting games. It's just always how it is. Over under set to 8.5. I wouldn't be surprised if this game does soar under. I think this is a really good nerfy to pick. As Austin mentioned, it was either between this one or the juice nerfy in the Marlins game, and I absolutely am sick to my stomach if we pick a juice nerfy and it doesn't hit. So this one has a better chance of cashing. I just think these two pitchers will be able to get through the first, top three batters without giving up the run, which is all we need. We need 3 outs on one side, 3 outs on the other. Nerfy Nation, I'm back. Nerfy Nation, we're flying the flags today.
Oh, heck yeah, we're flying. And both these two starters are good. It's not like we're picking guys that are trash. So if you want to take the Marlins nerfy with Sandy on the mound, we wouldn't say you're crazy, but Sandy's been the nerfy goat for us. But those are our favorite picks. It's happy to have you back, Logan. And maybe we'll start these live streams again this upcoming week. We'll see about that for the nerfies, but we love you guys. Have a great Sunday. Logan and Austin signing out. See you guys back in tomorrow morning.